our first 2 years at International Mountain Trail Challenge Association. This is Ruger, and this is Kachina. And they've been there, done that. That was their first time at the water hazard. But this one is about Jasper. So Jasper here was 3.5, 4 years old, and you can come along. I'm taping with one hand. Here he is, almost 5 years old, and we're going along just practicing this trail challenge. So this is a cake box, and go up and down, and this course is in Temple, New Hampshire at Mountain Lane Farm, play day. So you can go on these play days to practice. This is a
This one
rolling
moves.
bridge, and it actually moves most of the time when you get up on top. And so I just had the camera in my hand as I'm So in this video you're going to see us actually competing. It was 2 years ago. He was 5. He's going to be 7 coming up here. But you're going to see us competing in hand. So they have in hand classes, all different levels, and then under saddle.
Whoa,
I'm in the open division
good boy.
because I'm a professional trainer. So they have various divisions for adults, juniors, professionals,
Pay attention.
anyone that makes their living
You're gonna fall.
or gets paid, as a horse trainer
Good.
or equine professional, I'm guessing. I'm going to
Easy.
open division.
Oh,
So
that's not slow.
I competed in level 2 with my horses because my other horses that are mature and been there, done that, they could go in a higher division, but then I have to memorize
Whoa,
4 different courses,
back.
which is impossible. So this is a
Good
back
boy.
through, and the boards
Good
are just
boy.
sitting on there. So if they fall down, the judge
That's
will know
it.
it, and we're going to get penalized.
Good boy. Good job.
What else?
Good.
So this is really,
Nice.
it's a newer sport to this area. Mark Bolander and his wife, Lee, started it, and they have courses all over the country. This bridge was Jasper's nemesis, that, and the water hazard that you saw in the very beginning. So they have a regular water box, and the water box he had no problem with until he went to the water box that spits water, and then he didn't want to go through that anymore. So the nice thing too is after these competitions, which this is just a play day right here, they let you go back in and practice on the course. So one of the first year I did this, Jasper refused to go in the water box that squirts some water back at you. And then I used a little bit of, dare I say, clicker training right there. I started to use it with some tricks, and with some trick training I was doing with him. So when he put his foot on the edge of it, the water, I just give a cluck with my mouth, and light bulb went on for him. Seems like it shouldn't be so easy, but it was. Again, he'd been to the ocean and didn't have a problem with that, but things spitting water at him, he did. And this moving under his feet. My other two horses didn't bat an eye, but they've been there, done that. So, anyways, I hope you enjoy it. And some of this is a little shaky because of people tape when we're on horseback. Jasper is really sure-footed. He is like a hound dog when I have him on the trails, and he's always got his head down watching where he's going. Little rope gate here. Texas two-step. And the dreaded bridge. So they're supposed to walk purposefully and not too quick, not rush, and you should have harmony between horse and rider, and it should be fluid, without hesitating. Of course, not refusing. Side passing, you're not allowed to tick any of the obstacles like the cross bucks. My horses have issue with picking up their feet and not ticking those cross bucks for sure. Working on that. So again, that water was no problem until he met the other water box, but we've gotten over that at this point. And this is his first attempt at backing up a hill. So we did, after seeing this could be part of the competition, practice that after we did it here up one of my hills, backing uphill. It is harder than it looks, because I know a lot of horses had issue with it. He never had a problem going up on this teeter-totter. It's a little tricky turning around on it, and that is on a level 2 course. And again, so I kind of had to move him up to level 2 so I could do the same patterns as I did with Ruger. In the competition, you have to dismount and then mount again and have your horse stand still. The water's really low there, but here he is. Oh, so proud of him doing that. The water can be much deeper, and the horses are inclined to drink, and they're not allowed to stop and drink. So that's always a challenge. Here I just have a halter and a lead rope on him. This was after a competition that I came back through, and again, after a little bit of treating, he did it. So now we're getting ready to compete in hand, waiting our turn. We go in and we stop and salute the judge or give a nod to the judge, and then off we go.
Thank you.
They should be relaxed and walking with you. You're not allowed to hit the horse with the lead rope, touch him with the lead rope, slowing them down here to turn right. No whips. For the in hand, you're not allowed to do that. And you want them to pick their way through. You don't want to have to drag them through. You want to let them find their way. I was just recovering from, maybe it was a year out from a tibial plateau fracture so it was hard for me to walk. And this horse had at least 6 months off right after I started him. You know, he didn't get started till late because he was small, but and right after that he had 6 months off because of my fracture. I rode my other 2 horses, well 3, I rode Frostbite 2 months into my injury, before I was allowed to weight bear actually. I rode bareback, and I waited to ride Jasper, because I didn't want to be foolish. So again, really hard to stop, prevent him from drinking, especially if it's a warm day. And then we're finishing up here on the teeter-totter. And now for under saddle. This is the same day. And I rode Ruger as well. The other thing I was fighting with them was separation anxiety. So if I just bring one horse, he's fine. And if Jasper leaves Ruger, he's fine. If he gets left behind, not so much. So I parked my trailer far away, and when it was Ruger's turn, I had Jasper on the trailer, or I had somebody holding him. So if he could watch Ruger, he was fine, and if he could leave Ruger, he was fine. And most people with 2 horses know about that. Sometimes it's best to take one, but we're working through it, and he's doing better. So he needs to slow down a little bit and not get too quick when he's coming off of some of these things here. And it was a tight turn, so we side passed over here. And I don't know if it was this day or another day. I can't remember. I don't know. I'm not sure. Hey, it sucks getting old, but Jasper actually won his class on one of these events, beating out Ruger, which at that point should have been impossible, and Ruger did better than him, but hey, that's, you know, judging. People have different perspectives, I guess, you know. But he did come in first place in his class, beating out, I think, about 7 other in the open division. So very proud of him. And I just added this beautiful picture